That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one
can't,
quick question?
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Yo, everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad, and you are here and you're watching me, so get used to it. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you're new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. Before I get into everything, I have to point this out. A video that I was watching as I was charging my camera and stuff like that. It's from No Neck J, and the title was just simply "I think I'm losing myself." Dot dot dot. You could watch the video if you just look it up, No Neck J, and it's the title is "I think I'm losing myself," as I just said in all caps. A very interesting video, bro. It's nearly 30 minutes, and it's a side of No Neck J we've never seen. He gets out of character, and he's just speaking about pretty much where he is in life right now. Right now in life for No Neck J is it's difficult because he had his initial, when he first went viral and he was everywhere. He was on everybody's 20v1s, he was on everybody's streams, everybody, he was kind of like the it person in social media. And Kalani Rogers, we talked about this in our talk. You can go watch that on the channel if you want to, but we talked about it where she said there's nothing like that initial first viral push in social media than when you first go viral. Like you never quite get that magic again. You might have periods where you're popular or cruising or have a like steady income and things of that sort, peaks and valleys, but nothing will ever compete to that first initial going viral and introducing yourself to the internet. And I think that's what No Neck J is experiencing right now. But what he was talking about in his video was, in addition to just covering his bills and preventing himself from working, he also, is trying to take care of his sister and other family members and loved ones and things of that sort. And he said, kind of with his past decisions and just getting into dumb situations in Atlanta, he said it's gotten to the point where he's considering, do I need to leave Atlanta? Do I need to leave my hometown? Everything like that is just a very deep, great, I feel like, intellectual piece of property that we haven't really seen from No Nick J. And I think it goes beyond content creation, but just what so many young black boys and young black men and just black people in general, or you could even say young adults in general face when they kind of have this period of like, what am I doing with my life? Especially after you have a good moment where things are popping and things are going well. And it's like, well, I've been thrust into this thing that I didn't really expect to do so well in. So I'm going to kind of try to ride it until it kind of settles out. And now it seems like for No Neck J is settling it out and he's trying to figure out, okay, what now? And also just obviously with the turbulence of everyday regular life things that a lot of people, every young adult and adults face on a day-to-day basis. These are all things that he's facing within himself, just to the camera and moment of reflection. He gets a bit emotional here. He prays here for a couple of minutes, and then he reads scripture, and he sits with the scripture. He doesn't really understand it initially. I commented, "Yo, go with NIVs because NIVs, I believe you'll be able to, what I'm saying, kind of really decode stuff easier. It's in modern day English and things of that sort." And then after sitting with it a while, he gives his interpretation of it and, correlates it to modern day, everyday day-to-day living and things of that sort. So just a great video. It's a really good video. And, I feel like that's important that, as kids are kind of fed this, I hate to say brain rot, but brain rot. As kids are fed brain rot on social media, on the internet, like things are funny, characters are funny, like they do outrageous things that the typical person doesn't do, and it's great. It's kind of comedic relief for us coming from, whether we're coming from school if we're younger, or like jobs if we're older and things of that sort, or whatever kind of situation you're dealing with. You get comedic relief when you can look at your phone, when you can look at your laptop or your TV and see Neck J just, yeah, that's what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, just do something kind of crazy. But I think it's so important that these characters and these online personas and personalities step away from the character for a second and just address the real with their audience, because those videos are more impactful. Like this video right here from No Neck J, even though it might not get the most views, it might not get as many views as we talked to 20 women in Atlanta and asked Master Pastor their face. Like, even though this might not get as many views as that, I think this is the most impactful stuff that it will have on kids' lives, even if it just plants a seed of, okay, no, Neck J's going through something. What did he do? Hey, everybody, pray with me. And then he read a scripture on camera. Like, that stuff right there is just planting a seed that could grow so much further into to these kids' lives, because he is an influencer at the end of the day. Whether the numbers are up or down, he has a substantial amount of people looking at him and watching his content, and big fans and stuff like that. So I appreciate this from No Neck J, and I encourage other content creators to step away from their character every now and again, step away from entertaining and just focusing on entertaining, and talk about the real life stuff. A lot of these people's stories are so deep. Like when you look at, we're going to talk about AMP coming up soon at the end of this live. You know, when you look at Phantom and Kai, where they came from, and you know, Brooklyn, well, in the Bronx and stuff like that, that borough up there in New York. And when you think about where Duke Dennis came from, with the tragedy that his cousin suffered and stuff like that, even when he came back from the army and military and things of that sort. When you think of Chris and everything that he's going through, coming from the DMV, and then even Davis, of just, it might not have been just outright kind of the normal traditional struggles, the socioeconomic struggles with Davis, but you know, the psychological struggles of being accepted and fitting in, of being a black kid from, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of these kids have gone through something to get to where they're at tonight, today. And I think it's important that these content creators, as much as they do the, you know what I'm saying, entertain people, talk about the real stuff with their viewers, because if not, then the kids, the viewers, just think that that's all that there is to life. And you know, if you act like this, and you get rewarded for it by becoming rich. And it's the same thing in music, of, okay, if the only music we hear on the radio in our field, which is hip-hop and R&B and urban, quote unquote, which it just means black, if it's all like geared towards violence or disregarding love nowadays, as a lot of the stuff is, and kind of like toxic and womanizing lyrics, and kind of fetishizing lyrics and all of these things, and violent lyrics, then it's like, okay, those are the messages I need to push out to get rich. And if those are the messages I need to push out to get rich, not only that, but the kids are going to listen to it and be like, okay, this is how I live to be cool, because rappers are cool. Like, that's the entire point of not just rap, but like artists and entertainers in general. Like, you kind of look up to them because they have a level of coolness to them. And so if you're going to be up there as a cool figure that kids are going to look up to and imitate, you know, we've seen the John Morant thing, right? Where John Morant, you know, he gets in trouble for the guns and stuff like that, the 3 spraying guns, and then he comes back from a suspension and a fine, and or a fine. I'm not sure if he got suspended. I cannot remember at this point of the season, but he does the zips his lips thing, throws the words out, and you know, covers, but it looks like something else. And then the next weekend at AAU, all the kids are doing this, right? Like, because that's just the influence that they have. So I think with influence, it's always important to step away and be like, hey, I'm a real person who goes through real things. I had real struggles. Like when E. Kane talks about her financial struggles and putting the kids through school and going back to school herself to encourage the kids and going to get a job. And this, when she steps out of the character of E. Kane, Chris, when she steps out of that character, there's so much more there. And I think it's important. I say it so often on this channel, but it's so important that people see that side of entertainers, and in particular, like black faces, because those are what the kids look up to, and that's what they imitate. And then, you know, it prevents, if Smooth Geo could have been real about like how his mom felt about him not going to college and this and that, and he probably has videos on that. But if those videos could have been clipped and been used and talked about and discussed more. It could have saved the entire generation of, kind of what we see, what kids want to be now. Like, or they say like most kids want to be YouTubers now. Let me look up the statistics. Hold on. Kids want to be, influencers. Here it is. In September 2024. In 2019, it was 86% of young Americans want to become social media influencers. And in 2024, 57% of Gen Zers want to be influencers. It's constant Monday through Sunday, says creator. So there's a misconception that it's easy, but look at all this pay. This pay is crazy, bro. Pay is crazy. The money is crazy. But anyways, I guess hold on. I'll I guess look into this more because people are like more analysts, not just on. Okay, nearly half of all online content creators earn less than $15,000 a year. But yeah, there it is. Those are the numbers. But as you see, you get into the 5%. Oh, the people getting more than that. I know. I know multiple people getting this. I know multiple people getting this in a month. Multiple, and it's like if I know multiple, I think it might be more than 7.2. Okay, but I know a lot of people like this as well. So it's like majority of the people I know are like this. But I know more, I say a handful of people that make this in a month off Facebook alone. So it's like, I don't know about these numbers. All I'm saying is with it, knowing people like this, it's like they made me realize it was possible, bro. But anyway, I'm getting off track. I'm getting off track. The whole thing, the whole point of this is to say that influencers have a large, hence the word influencer, influence on the next generation to the point where most kids want to be No Nate J. Most kids want to be Kai Cenat. Most kids want to be an A&P. Most kids want to be in FaZe Clan. Most kids want to be the next DDG. You can go down the line. These kids want to be Melt. These kids want to be Convy. These kids want to be Aiden Ross. These kids want to be Speed. These kids want to be Cuff'em. They want to be Dabo. They want to be Rakai. They want to be Rakai's little son, Dekai, and Little Rodney's son, Tylil, the Clover Boys, Ray. They want to be this because it looks like they can just laugh on camera and become rich off of just laughing on camera and having a good time. So Spencer, et cetera, et cetera. It's important to show this, to show, hey, the numbers are down right now. And a lot of people are dependent on me. Everybody around me just thinks I'm rich. And because of my heart and because of where I come from, I want to help everybody, but I can't even help myself right now, to be honest, because the money isn't hidden like it was hidden when I first went viral. And pray with me, guys. Go into scripture and y'all make sure y'all get in that word too. That is so powerful and impactful, bro. So salute to No Nate J for that as well. I know I have said it a billion times. I'll like the video right here on the screen so you guys show them that I already subscribe and I've commented on it. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. No Name J. No Nate J. Next thing. Get some rest. Get some rest. This was something I saw. Who shared it? The reporter who's also, he's a sports reporter down in Augusta. A long time. He used to be at the Covington paper, and he also preaches. Gabriel Stovall. He shared this on Facebook, and he said, "Y'all read the comments." And this is a lady named Quinta Cole, Keita Cole. She said, "I'm taking 3 days off. Keita needs rest." And this dude right here, I'm surprised he hasn't deleted this. But he said, "Dang, I got a load drop in downtown. I was hoping you were open today so I could drop it off." And she says, "This is my only closed day." She said, "I'm taking the next 3 days off." And it cut down to, I'm only taking 1 day off. Someone's like, hire folks, which is, it's crazy. Someone said, go apply. And yeah, that was the one that stood off. Someone said, when is the new one opening up? Um, yes, we ready for the company and we want some. Okay, I will see you when you come back. Just a lot of people like, yo, I need this. I can't wait till you come back. Don't be going too long. We need to do this. We need to do this for the business. We need to do this for the business and things of that sort. And apparently, the woman passed away. I don't know how she passed away. I don't know if it was she was exhausted. I do not know. Okay, now you have to be careful with this because when I click on this, this is Instagram, this is TikTok. So you have to be careful. If I could find like a legit, you know what I'm saying? Here's the obit. So we'll just look at the obit. And Murfreesboro, shout out to Murfreesboro, first of all. The visitation was already this past Saturday. And that's, okay, the funeral was already yesterday. So rest in peace. Um, do they have an age here? Keita Chantel Cole was a vibrant young woman whose laughter and smile could light up any room, left this world to rest on April 25th. Jeez Louise. Born on June 3rd, 1984, in Nashville, Lakita was known for her infectious enthusiasm for life, unwavering kindness, and her ability to touch the hearts of everyone she met. A dedicated friend, a loving daughter, a caring sister, and a passionate dreamer and entrepreneur, Lakita embraced her journey with an open heart, leaving a lasting impact on her family and community. Her radiant presence will be deeply missed, but her legacy of love and joy will forever resonate in the lives she touched. Lakita accepted Christ and was baptized by her play uncle, Dr. Breonas Mitchell Sr., at Greater Grace Temple Community Church. She received her education in the Nashville Davidson County system, graduating from the John Overton High School, culinary at Nashville State. Lakita was an outgoing and ambitious young woman with a remarkable vision. As the founder of the QC Kitchen, oh, she was the founder of the QC Kitchen? Like QC the label? Bro, have I worked with this lady? Okay, anyways. Man, look, bro, I be doing, man, what? Anyways, she was delighted her patrons with an array of the most delicious and heartfelt meals, each just a reflection of her passion and culinary excellence. Lakita's Lakita's warmth and creativity shown through every recipe, making her establish a beloved gathering place for families and friends. Lakita embraced life with an infectious spirit, always living to the fullest. She had a knack for lighting up any room, becoming the heart and soul of each gathering. Whether her sharing laughter with her family or dancing the night away with friends, Lakita knew how to create unforgettable moments. Her love for heartfelt connections and joy in celebrating life brought people together, making every occasion vibrant and special. In her presence, it was clear in every moment it was an opportunity to celebrate life, love, and laughter. She lived life to the fullest. Lakita was a passionate fan of the Dallas Cowboys and LeBron James. She never ever missed the opportunity to ever cheer on her team. Beyond sports, Lakita loved traveling, especially those unforgettable trips with her mother. Whether it was a planned trip or a spontaneous giveaway, Lakita's zest for life and love for her family were evident in every trip she took. Lakita was preceded in by her father, Gregory Newman, grandfathers Alfred Scott and Lonnie Newman, grandmother Lassie Newman, and uncle Alfred Court. Celebrating her life forever through sincerely missing her are her mother, Alfreda Cole, devoted brothers Clifford and Devontae Parrish, brothers Gregory Schneed, Lavarser Newman, and Montez Corley, sisters uh, Chinkita Sneed, uh, Lazika Newman, Lazika Newman, and Montesha Campbell, grandmother Geraldine Cole, the devoted aunt Shakita Cole, Aunt Terry Newman, Uncle Gary Newman, devoted niece Kalaya Parrish, devoted nephew, Joel's Parrish, a host of nieces and nephews, devoted cousin, Clenius Mitchell Jr., Anaya Cole, Atisha. Okay, all the name. And a host of others. There we go. As we say our final goodbyes to Lakita, remember the joy that she brought into our lives and the love that she shared with everyone she met. Her laughter will echo in our hearts, and the love will continue to inspire us. Please continue to keep the family of Miss Lakita Chantel Cole in your thoughts and prayers. Is there a date here of how old she was? No, there isn't. It's just straight up obituary. Um, oh, what's this, man? Okay, these days when I lose someone, I run to my gallery to see them. I was instantly reminded of my history with Kita. We go back, way back before she even became a trainer, before I came a trainer and QC Kitchen. I knew Gold Tooth Kita. I was reminded of how she supported me, always down to cook for me, always telling me I was the freshest. She was a light to me, always smiling and laughing. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm upset with her. I was her trainer too. One of my hardest working clients to this day. I wanted her to take better care of herself, especially the lack of rest. So I'm mad at you, legs. That's what I called her because she had pretty muscular legs. Now we don't have you anymore. Stuff stings. Praying to God consoles her mother and her brothers were extremely close. Praying for her friends and my client. They worked out beside her. I'm proud of her and she made a self for her and you made a name. I'm proud of you and the name you made for yourself in the city. There we go. I love you, Keita. RIP. I'm wearing the Cowboys jersey to your funeral. Twin. Um. So looks like something, but let me see if anything else. Keita Cole says she needs to rest. She worked herself to as a business owner. Running a business is not easy, especially a food business, any type of business. But we have to ask God to show us for balanced life as an entrepreneur. This is a wake up message for me to get rid of stress, rest, and trust God that He will work out my business because He gave it to me. Rest peacefully, Miss Cole. All right. Threads. Let me see what this said. Oh, okay. Is you cooking tomorrow? Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you, baby. Love you. This will drain you mentally and physically. I had to let one go. Okay, I saw that one. Awful news. My girl, I'm so lost for world. You were one of the sweetest ladies I ever met. OMG, I'm in shock. Please keep the Cole family in your prayers. They said lost. Keita Cole QC. So she named QC off of okay. All right, bet. Not QC like Atlanta QC. Bia Pangles. Keita Cole was crying out for rest, sharing how exhausted she was and needing a break. She gave everything to her work, her customers, and her city. Sadly, that rest never came in. Today, we lay her to rest. Oh my goodness. May her soul find the peace she longed for. Let this be a reminder. Listen to your body. Don't wait to rest. Don't wait to breathe. You deserve balance. You deserve peace before it's too late. Jeez Louise, man. Hold on. Let me see if I could see anything. I'm trying to find. It sounds like it was just I don't want to jump to conclusions, but from everything we see, I'm so tired. I need another me, one that work and one that can go kick it because I can't do all of that anymore. I'm so tired. Is you cooking tomorrow? It's crazy. I need to take 3 days off. I was hoping to drop off something. They said, yeah. I'm so sorry, Keita, Miss Keita Cole. I'm definitely sorry, man. Um, the thing that I want to say is when people are talking about everything, right? Um, people are often talking about when you see I always pay attention to when people pay respect to someone, what they say. A lot of times it's like it'll be a compliment to be like, they never complain. They just work. They never complain. They just put their head down and work. Well, that's a problem. That's a problem, man. That's a problem to just always work, never complain, and keep your head down and this and that. Because if you do that, if you're constantly pouring your cup for others, it's bad, bro. It's bad. It just ends up bad. It ends up like this, and then you have people say great things about you. Oh, they were so selfless. They were always there for me. They worked hard. They did this for me and this and that. But it's like that's the point. That's the reason why they're no longer here with us. Is because they were always putting you first, and they were always so selfless, and they were always so this and that. You know what I'm saying? And this is just a reminder, man, to everybody. If you ever say no, or if you have, I can't make it, I'm so sorry. Like, it's okay. It's okay to miss something. It's okay to say no to something. It's okay to not always be there. You know, there were so many people that I know that were always there, that were always this and that, and their health declined slowly but surely. And I feel like they departed prematurely. Of course, don't question God and his timing and everything's good and stuff like that. But it's definitely sometimes where you're like, man, I felt like this person could have been here longer if ABC. And I know some people, it's like the only way that they can live is from giving, giving, giving. But you have to look within yourself and pour into yourself and make sure you take care of yourself. It's not selfish to focus on self. It's actually unselfish, because when you're pouring into yourself and you're making sure you're building yourself to be the best you can present your best self and your best version to others. And I'm sure that they'll appreciate that, and you'll appreciate that in the long run, because you can be your best self and present who you truly are to the world. So I just want to say that once again to Miss Keita, rest in peace, Keita Cole, and let this be a lesson to everybody to get some rest, take some breaks, whatever the case might be. If you're doing something on a daily basis, like I've been streaming for probably like 50 days in a row now, you know what I'm saying? So if you're doing something every day, something like that, you can still take breaks. Like before the other night before I went streaming, and before last night before I went streaming, I took a nap. You know what I'm saying? Still kept everything running, but I stopped to take a nap. You know what I mean? So make sure you get rest wherever you can get it. You know what I'm saying? It's 24 hours a day. If you have to get a little creative, get 7, 8 full hours here. Go to sleep earlier a little bit the night before. Or, if you got 7, 8, 6 hours before the night before, get you 5 hours. If you can only get 4 or 5 hours, get you 4 or 5 hours. Make sure you get a nap in between. You know what I'm saying? At some point where you get 2, 3 hours, because if you don't, your body's going to eventually shut down. So I just definitely want to say rest in peace to Keita Cole. And now we can get 30 minutes into it, to some basketball, man. And I know. Rashad, why you take so long to get to the basketball? My bad, man. God forbid I don't shut up and dribble. Jeez Louise. Talk about sport. Talk about the basketball. Anyways, this is Caitlin Clark, man. She played her homecoming game against the Brazil national team. Of course, the Brazil national team on Friday played at the PMAC in Baton Rouge, and Angel Reese's homecoming game. And so they went on down to New Orleans, to NOLA, and I assume they flew out of MSY in New Orleans and flew up to Iowa. Took 2 flights to get to Iowa. Got to Iowa yesterday. Rested for like 30 minutes. And then played a second game against Iowa today. Against Indiana at Iowa. And at the game, the coach says, "You're an amazing basketball player." Hold on, I'm going to play this right here. He said, she shook her hand. She said, "Hey, how you doing?" He said, "You're an amazing basketball player. Congratulations. You changed the history of basketball." She said, "I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for coming here. Most people you've ever played in front of?" And he said, "Yeah." And it was at Iowa. So, that was the exchange. I'm not playing the audio just for the sake of Disney. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, man, that was the exchange there. A pretty, again, innocent thing and stuff like that. I had a whole nother one. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up the other thing here, because there was a reason why I brought this up. It was just 2 videos that were just like really nice, man. Where we at? It was, let me pull up this group chat real quick so I can pull this up. It was this one, man. Some Michael Jordan stuff, dog. Some real rock star Michael Jordan stuff. She was signing autographs of the Brazilian players after the game. And it's like, that those players are gonna like frame this or like have it hanging up in their closet and like tell this story with photos of them playing Caitlin Clark for the rest of their lives. Like, I played against Caitlin Clark, this and that. And their grandkids gonna be, "Who's Caitlin Clark? Great gang. Who's Caitlin Clark?" And they explained to her, Caitlin Clark was a woman. She took women's basketball to the next level. She had a rivalry with Angel Reese and this and that, and she was huge in America, and she brought out the crowds and the people and the this and that. the phenomenon for Caitlin Clark is like crazy, bro. It's nothing like we've ever seen before in the history of women's basketball. And I say that in respects to all the greats and legends of the game and popular people of the game, to the Candace Parkers, to Skylar Diggins Smiths, or Skylar Diggins, excuse me. It's gonna take a little while to get used to that. All that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's something that we just never seen before to this level on a consistent basis. So her and Angel, to be honest, Angel as well. Like so but to see these opposing teams like want to get her stuff is dope. And like I said, it lines up to Michael Jordan type of level of popularity. Like is my mentor who I was in that picture with in that thumbnail when I talked about meeting Caitlin and stuff like that. He was there for Michael Jordan at the Georgia Dome, which is, you know, the football stadium where the Falcons play, Mercedes-Benz Stadium now, kind of in the same area and stuff like that. And in the Georgia Dome, Jordan packed out the Georgia Dome, bro. And that's like the type of following and cult following and appeal that Caitlin Clark brings. She understands it. That's why she hit that three at the 22 logo that's on the Iowa court and like told the fans to make some noise and everything like that. Even though they were up by, like I said, 50, because she just gets it. Caitlin just gets it. She understands who she is and her impact and stuff like that. It doesn't go above her hand of just like, oh, I don't think I know my impact. I don't know what's going on. She understands. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And it's the same thing with Angel Reese. Angel Reese understands like how big Angel Reese is and what she means. And even though like people always talk about the numbers and this and that and stuff like that with Angel, like I think what you gotta understand, what you have to understand is like, and I'm reminded of this. I hate to go off, stick to sports for sure. But with the entire thing of the donations video that I did about the lady who was called the child the N-word with the hard R, and she was given over $600,000 and stuff like that, compared to, you know, NAACP made one for the child who was called the hard R, and he only had like 300,000. And I know it's like only, but like he had half the what she got. And in the Carmelo case, it was like Carmelo received like 100,000 or a couple 100,000 less than Austin and everything. It comes down to it's just like numbers, bro. Like the reason why like the people of color or whatever you want to call it received or were considered minorities is because they're just a minority, like just numbers wise and stuff like that. It's just less of them. So I think with the Angel Reese, bro, it is a controversial take or whatever, but I think it's just a fact. Angel Reese impact is still Angel Reese's impact. It's still crazy. Like you have to look at it per capita. It's pretty on par with Caitlyn. And you know, so both of them, they understand from a young age, from like junior year, sophomore year of college, when they both went pew, or I say Caitlyn kind of shot up a little bit sophomore year after Paige got hurt. And then Angel, she shot up junior year at LSU in conference play when her shoe fell off and she blocked the shot, when she did the little dance and everything leading up to the South Carolina game against Aaliyah Boston and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But both of them kind of went up extremely, extremely in junior year. And then their head to head, they both kind of took off to the moon after that. But both of them understood it from their junior years of college, of just like, this is who we are. This is what we mean to the game. And it's so important. And to be second year players and to be holding it down like this, the way that they do, with the elegance and class that they do. And I know Caitlyn, she throws tantrum tantrums on the court sometimes. So does Angel. She throws tantrum tantrums on the court sometimes. And Angel is also more active on social media. So she has moments where it's like, you're doing too much on the timeline. You're doing too much on social media. You're doing too much as like kind of on the influencer side of things. It's still like they still wear the crowns well. And happy belated to Angel Reese. She just celebrated her, I think it was 23rd birthday and stuff like that, with a birthday party in Chicago and things of that sort. But they like handle it so well, dog. And I'm tough on both of them. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like Caitlyn, I'm more tough on her fan base for real, for real. And then with Angel, I've been tough on Angel since I don't want to say Maryland, but I've been tough on her for sure since LSU because it's like the progression of her game, and then a lot of times like you know what I'm saying? Like, the same way that Caitlyn fans can get upset with Angel, with just like, oh, she be just doing too much and it's annoying sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I be getting annoyed too sometimes. But all in all, like, you have to give them their credit, bro, for how they wearing these crowns at 22, 21, 23 years old, bro. Like, not many 22, 23-year olds can handle the type of scrutiny and like weight of the um shout out to Danielle in the chat. Too much as far as what? You talking about Angel? Okay, I'm glad you asked me this and you're here in real time because I feel like people gonna ask in the comments. Angel, like, say, I say like with the clapbacks, like, it's one thing to clap back once, but she'll keep going, or she'll be like, okay, remember when she started the pod? She started the pod and she was like, the one y'all love to hate, the one da 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 da. And it's like, bro, you don't have to say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Miss do too much. You know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that. But that's just her personality, and it's a reason why she's gotten so many brand deals of being too much sometimes. So that's what I mean when I say too much from her sometimes. But yeah. It's like both of them be getting on my nerves, to be honest. But like I say, with the criticism and the weight, they have the weight of the future of like women's sports on their shoulders at 22, 23 years old. And they've been handling it since their junior years of college. So that's junior year, senior year, rookie year of WNBA, and now they're headed to there. So 4 years they've handled the weight of the future of women's sports on their shoulders, bro. Lama, it's true. She's the one they love to hate, but I understand what you know what I'm saying? So you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I'm just keeping it a bean. Because it's like I think a lot of people they assume that I'm just like, oh, you just got angel bias, angel blinders. And that's just their way of saying, like, you're black. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just real. It's just real. It's just the way I see it, dog. They've done a good job though. They've done an amazing job. Like, yeah, you could be like, oh yeah, they're annoying sometimes. Like Caitlyn be throwing temper tantrums and everything like that. At the end of the day, she's 20, 21 with the weight of the world on her shoulders. That's a lot. That's a lot. Angel Reese. Oh, Angel Reese is she crashing out on a random member on Twitter, on a random user on Twitter. Like, why is she going so hard? She's wearing this stuff on her shoulders for the past 4 years at the age of 23. That's a lot, bro. So like I said, they handle it with elegance, they handle it with grace, they handle it with a lot of class. And this is insane, bro. Like I said, like the opposing team to want to use sign the jerseys and everything, take the pictures, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they're letting her know, like, yo, we respect you in our country. I don't know if this is what they're saying, but I can just assume, only put two and two together. In our country, we look up to you as like, yo, it's like Caitlin Clark is like the most famous basketball player in the world. That stuff means something, bro. And like the fact that she can sit there, sign as many as she can, take as many pictures as she can, high five as many folks as she can. Like, we never seen the Caitlin Clark thing where she's snapping on a fan. I never seen Angel Reese video. As much as people want to talk about her attitude and she a thug and she this, which is just saying she black. She's black. As much as people want to say that, and the way, I ain't gonna lie, on the court, she be passionate, but so does Caitlyn. But as much as people want to throw all those like slurs at Angel's name and stuff like that, we've never seen a video of Angel just flip out on a fan in public, like, I'm trying to eat. How dare you? And cuss out a fan. We never seen that from Angel Reese. We never seen that from Caitlin Clark. and they every single one of their moves been under the spotlight for 3 years. Y'all remember when you could see Twitter likes? When you could see Twitter likes and it was like Caitlyn's brother was liking like stuff from Trump and like MAGA people, and people were like, "Hey, I'm noticing Caitlyn's brother just like this on Twitter." Like every single one of their moves from age 19 to 20 to 23, bro, has been like a topic. That's insane. Most of y'all, I ain't gonna lie, most of y'all would fold. Most of y'all wouldn't be able to handle that. So like the way that they're handling this, like people just have to understand this is something we've never seen before. Not only with their popularity, but the way that they're handling it. So many people fold under this type of pressure. And we see it in industries, in sports, like so many times with child prodigies, child stars, and they never live up to their full potential or the expectation. Both Angel and Caitlyn have both lived up to their Angel surpassed the expectations. She fell to 7. And I had her falling 2 in the first round. I always had to say this because she ain't developed no jump shot. And I said, okay, she's a bit undersized for bigs in the W. She ain't no 5 in the W, right? So it's like she needs a jump shot because she ain't gonna be able to do all that banging and just rebounding that she's doing in college right now. Boy, was I wrong off top. She surpassed those expectations expeditiously. Caitlin Clark. Um, she turned the ball over a lot, and she ain't gonna be able to have just the ball in her hands and have the keys and have the green light out the gate. Boy, was I wrong. Indiana said, shoot, you selling all the jerseys, you doing this. Hey, we seen what you did at Iowa and we seen the success. We're gonna put the ball in your hands. We're gonna let you make as many mistakes as possible. We're gonna let you get banged up, get frustrated, come back up against Dejanay, against Kennedy, against whoever the case might be, right? DB, Alyssa Thomas, whoever the case. And same for Angel Reese. We're gonna let Alyssa Thomas pull you down by the elbow, and we're gonna let the New York Liberty quadruple team you to prevent you to continue your double streak. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do all these things and let y'all get frustrated from the vets. Let y'all hear it from the vets. Let them hate on rites of passage, whatever it is, and y'all still gonna ball. And both of them jokers ball, bro. Both of them jokers ball, bro. It's a lot of scrutiny that comes with it, 100%. And nobody else can handle it. Well, I wouldn't say nobody else, but we haven't seen anybody else handle it and receive this type of attention, bro. Like, how many players? We can even do this. Let's keep it a bean. How many players in the league right now can't even handle the amount of fame they got and spotlight they got right now? They when people talk about crash outs, them jokers is crash out level material, everything like that. And they've been that. You know what I'm saying? For the past however many years before Caitlyn and Angel was in the league. You know what I'm saying? How many of those vets do we see they can't handle when a fan is in their mentions talking about, yeah, nice missed layup to blow the game? And this is before sports betting was like the thing on DraftKings and Prize Picks and everything. We're talking about like 2018, 2019. I don't know, Draft Picks, Prize Picks, everything was around that. Asia does a good job with that as well. 100%. Asia does a good job. Like, she vents sometimes, but she stopped tweeting. Like, she just went away. Like, because she acknowledged, hey, this hasn't been the best for my mental. I need to step away. And she did that. So shout out to Asia Wilson as well. But like, Angel and Caitlyn just took that thing to another level, bro. But yeah. It's so many, like, how many vets around the WNBA that's like just was moving crazy, bro. I don't know if y'all know, like, y'all need to go down my channel, like go on my channel and search. You know what? Since I'm on stream, I'll just look at it. I'm not gonna look at the full video because I do not. I want to go to sleep at a reasonable time. But this junk was crazy, bro. This was a time, like, you guys have to understand, like, the past, like what stuff was before, like, Angel and Caitlyn, bro. Because this stuff, if you tell them now, people won't even believe you, bro. People wouldn't even believe you, dude. Let me see if I can find it. Is it up here? I'm I'm gonna try to find this jump because this was crazy, dude. Let me see. Alright. Here it is. Yeah, this isn't the full thing, but yeah, this is a video where the Dream they had players out at like a little a food truck, right? And they was fighting like a random person in Atlanta talking trash. And it was like 2, 3 Dream teammates just kicking the girl. And man, what? So in the midst of this, and you know who leaked the video, who posted the video? One of the Dream players that was in it, it was Courtney Williams. So Courtney Williams posted and she brags about the fight and describes the fight and posts the fight on her YouTube. A lot of people ain't had no idea about that fight until she posted that video, and then she deleted the video and stuff like that. Renee Montgomery was doing in studio stuff for the playoffs, but this was like her first year as part owner of the Dream. So you know what I'm saying? So she gets up there because a lot of people on Twitter are like, so Renee just gonna be up there and act like it ain't happening. So then she gives a statement. Yes, some players on our team, and it was just a mess, bro. It was just a mess. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like the way a lot of the stuff was going down was crazy, bro. It was crazy work. And it's like those were grown women, those were vets in the league. You know what I'm saying? KD in the man, shout out to KD in the building, man. KD just came back from DC, won't it? Came back from U Street. Danielle said, I remember that this is the video you were going to pull up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Good to see Bradford get another chance. Yeah, Bradford got another chance this year. Kalani got another chance. Kalani Brown got another chance. Courtney Williams got another chance in the league. But it was, you know what I'm saying? It was just like WNBA vets was moving insane, bro. Like that Dream Team, they had players like Tiffany Hayes was like subtweeting, like Kennedy Carter all of a sudden just like stops playing at halftime before like it was somewhere around like 4th of July. It might have been a game at 4th of July in Vegas. She just doesn't come out of the locker room at halftime. She doesn't play the rest of the season. And the Dream didn't say like what happened. They never explained what happened with Kennedy Carter, bro. Like yeah. Courtney wiped that junk off the internet. These new fans have no clue about that. Like to some people, that might have been the first time they heard that. But anyways, like Kennedy Carter just stopped playing for the rest of the season. They didn't explain it. She was the leading scorer the year before, a rookie of the year candidate the year before, and they just didn't bring it up. And then like her teammates were just subbing her on Twitter. Like Tiffany Hayes was subtweeting her. Elizabeth Williams said something, and that was crazy because Elizabeth Williams is like the most non-problematic person. It appears from afar. Like the vets were just subtweeting this second year player that was obviously going through some like whatever she was going through out the court. And it was like she was kind of supposed to be the next person to take the keys and be the next franchise player. I'm saying all this to say, like, man, and you got Imani McGee Stafford. Salute to Imani McGee Stafford. She does a lot with mental health and stuff, but it was just like the way that a lot of the WNBA vets were moving with that level of fame. No way. In respect to those vets, salute. No way in the world they can handle what Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese go through right now, bro. And handle it the way that Angel and Caitlin have handled it, bro. So that's the whole point that I'm trying to make right there. So salute to them. Let's get into the drama. The drama of the day. Like I say, disclaimer, I have no clue what was going on right here. We just I know as much as y'all. But this video is going everywhere on the internet today. It's kind of like the biggest story. I guess that when Notre Dame was hosting the WNBA preseason game for the homecomings and everything like that, that vid made me watch. Now let be on every news outlet. Man, yeah. This is crazy, bro. Man, about the party. Wait, hold on. Hold on. All right. If we gonna be petty and react to something that really doesn't really matter. World Star Hip Hop. World Star. World Star. The video made World Star? Oh snap. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, rest in peace to Q World Star for sure. But anyways, hold on. If we gonna react and bring up something that is petty like this, a little hallway, we gotta fully engage with it. So I'm gonna fully engage. We gotta go step to step. Hannah is standing right here, right? Right in the cut, and she sees Liv. It's a deadpan. Look at her. Walking up slowly, eyes locked in. I'm only seeing one thing. And then she stands still. Pulse it. Look at the legs. Look at the legs now. Legs. Shoulder width. I'm I'm pulling up on you. Hey, shout out to Bird, man. I'm pulling up on you, man. Here we go. She's looking at Liv. Look at Liv smiling. Liv smiling. She looking the other way. She said, "Oh, hey, what's up?" She said, "What's up? You know what's up? What's good, partner?" Look, Liv wanted to go in for an enthusiastic dap up. Hannah said, "All right, let's see about it." For those of y'all know, listen to Fly J podcast, bro. Fly J be saying a lot on there. Liv wasn't gonna acknowledge her. It's crazy. Liv was looking away on some Kobe Shaq. 2004 Christmas Day. Look it up, kids. 2004 Christmas Day. Kobe Shaq first time seeing each other after the trade. After Shaq went to Miami. Look it up. So, anyways, so Liv do the little look off, right? But she said, "What's going on, partner? What's going on, buddy?" Fly J's podcast. Why did I bring up Fly J's podcast? Fly J was talking about the transfer portal and everything like that. She said, in terms of my teammates going to the transfer portal, I don't really know how to feel about that. And then she repeats it 2-3 times. I don't know how to feel about that. My teammates going to the transfer portal. These players be taking it when you run the team, when you a leader of the team, when you are alpha, like Olivia Miles is, like Hannah Hidalgo is, they take it personally when you go in the transfer portal and you supposed to be one of them people running the program. Now, Kate Caval, salute to Kate Caval. Salute to Kate Caval. Salute to all the other role players, you know what I'm saying, at Notre Dame. But at the end of the day, when it comes to this is our program, this is our team, this is our program, this is our team, we not running from it. We competing together. We one team, one band, one sound. So hold on. Look at this. The slow walk up. Lock in. Stop. Liv walking off. Oh, when she stopped and looked at her, Liv was walking the other way. That's a good catch, Danielle. That's a good catch, Danielle. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. She gonna act like she ain't see her. She said, "Liv, what's good, buddy?" When she turned her head, look, Liv, what's good, buddy? Reached out her hand, dapped her up. She said, so what's look, and the step up. Look, here come the press. She said, "Oh, you gonna talk about that for real?" Nah, for real, I'm for real. Look at the press. Look. Eyes locked in. She not smiling, she nothing. She said, I just had to do what's best for me. She said, "Oh, so we couldn't work that out here? We couldn't get no more NIL? John couldn't get no more NIL for you?" Because he could have got that for you. She said, "Me? No. Oh, no, they talking for real. They talking for real. This ain't about no nachos. This ain't that. Don't gaslight me. Don't get up on Instagram Live and, oh, y'all gas it. The media gas it. This is not me being a media member right now. This is me just, hey, look, reacting on YouTube. This is entertainment purposes only. None of this is factual. We got in that. Nah. See, I talked to Coach Ivy. She said, "No, that we gonna have to run the offense through you." And he coming up. He said, "Oh, she want to leave now, huh?" Hey, if you know them security guards, he definitely making a joke right now. She looking like we not joking. Ain't nothing funny. I just want to know what's going on. We could have got you the NIL, but I'm gonna see you though, partner. Go ahead and enjoy your little TCU. You know what I'm saying? Your little Texas, whatever. And see the security guard following. He said, "Oh man, there's some tea right here." It was definitely something. It wasn't nothing. But like I said, these are not facts. These are not facts. It's not Rashad Milligan, the media personality, the journalist, this and that. It's not that. This is just me as the YouTuber reacting for entertainment purposes only. No facts. I ain't got no inside scoop. I ain't talked to no sources. It's not Rashad Milligan, the journalist. And here it goes. So, as you guys see, no, nothing, nada, nothing right there. And she said, wait till y'all see who unfollowed Liv, and then y'all really gonna be seated. Notre Dame family been new. Just a lot of just messiness came out of this. Next thing, someone allegedly, once again, this Rashad Milligan. This is a social media post. This is not factual. This has not been proven. This has not been verified. I've not reached out and done my due diligence. This is me as an entertaining, just doing YouTube segment. Okay, so don't take this as Rashad Milligan said. No, don't do that. So my sources are telling me that so far, Liv said we good, and then Hannah Hidalgo said, "Why are you talking stuff about?" Ooh. Then Liv said, "I don't know where you're hearing this from, but I never said anything about any." If y'all don't know, this is what happened. I seen the coach. Yeah. Neil Ivy unfollowed Liv as well. So this is what fans were just gathering because someone posted a screenshot that on TikTok, Olivia Miles reposted this thing of what was it? Olivia Miles, she reposted this TikTok that was like, I hate the Christians that want to act so uppity, but they're not perfect themselves, right? And someone said apparently that was an old repost. I don't have TikTok. So when I tried to find Olivia Miles' page in there, it was like took forever. And I was like, oh, whatever. But she posted that, right? She's and so if you're like, okay, what does that have to do with Hannah Hidalgo? Hannah Hidalgo went viral before the season because she reposted Evil Gabrielle Union. Who's Evil Gabrielle Union? I just reacted to her on the page. Candace Owens. She reposted Candace Owens talking about gay marriage. Nah, gay people shouldn't be. Nah, gay people, that's a sin. It's a sin to be gay, lay down with people the same sex. Ooh, and it's a sin. Like, I'll forever die on that hill. So Hannah Hidalgo posted that before the season on her Instagram story. That followed her to like she getting crazy hate all year long. Like, it was insane. I'm not even gonna to you. Like, okay, you could disagree with her opinion, but at the end of the day, those are her beliefs. And I don't think it warranted the hate that she's received since then. That's my own personal opinion. And yeah, everything like that. But that's been going on all season long. Olivia Miles comes out and reposts that TikTok of some Christians think they perfect, but they got flaws and stuff themselves. They got lots of stuff to work on themselves. So this turns out where I think Olivia goes on live. Hold on, I made a video about it. Olivia Miles. I'll just read the title of who went on live. I think it was Olivia though, but I don't remember. There's so much going on. Here it is. Olivia Miles clears the room. All right, here it goes. Olivia Miles does not have beef with Hannah Hidalgo. So yeah, Olivia Miles 3 weeks ago went on live and said, "No, we ain't got no beef. Me and Hannah do not have any beef. We're good." So Olivia said that, but I guess Hannah didn't feel the same way. I guess Hannah did not feel the same way. And according to this video, it kind of lines up, bro. It kind of lines up. Hannah is not smiling. She's standing up straight. She said, "What's good, partner? Is not no enthusiastic that." And she pressing her. She moving closer and closer. She laughing. She like, "What you talking about?" I won't say none. She said, "Nah. Oh, you was talking. Oh, ah." But see how you can. Oh, she said, "Nah, she pressing her. It's over with." Liv also made a controversial tweet. What did Liv say in the tweet? But yeah, there's that. There's some more like kind of people reacting to this and stuff like that. Oh, here's another angle. Shout out Glorilla. She gonna get me copyrighted. Can you hear from here? Who said that? Shout out to Yartez. I love women's basketball. Go follow her new account. Shout out to her for the footage. I need to know the truth. This is my video. Definitely very aggressive from Hannah's side. Shout out to you for this angle. Did you hear anything, Yartez? So what was the vibe? Anger? It seemed like Olivia was trying to be calm about whatever was said. Hannah just looked upset from the beginning. Their tones were pretty loud. Oh wow. When Hannah walked up to Olivia, a lot of fans walked away from Olivia. Yikes. Dang. So there it is from the hey, you heard it from the person themselves. Dang, she got 2 followers. Man, follow this girl on Twitter. Should I follow her, y'all? I'm gonna say that. And this diva got the tea. This is one of Olivia's friends. I wish she would share Llama. I ain't gonna lie, I might follow this person, bro. Let me show us some love. Give you 3 followers. I'm trying to find out right now, but it was basically pointing fingers at Hannah. Oh, so she said you been saying stuff, and you don't want to post up. Shout out to you for this angle. Messier than Holly Rowe. Security guard messy. Yeah. For sure. That's funny. Although Holly Rowe, like people are like, Holly, we miss you. Like I said, shout out to Holly Rowe though for the way she handled the draft this year. No traumatic questions, no emotional, painful, farming. Just straight up, congratulations. I really appreciated that from Holly Rowe. She like listened to the fans. Okay, so yeah, Coach Ivy does not follow Liv. Scholar Diggins Smith don't follow Liv. Dang. Or Scholar Diggins. Why I keep calling her Scholar Diggins Smith? I guess I got used to it. Trained myself after so many years. I apologize, Scholar Diggins. I do babies. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Fighting Irish is hilarious. All right, those of y'all who might not be aware, Jewel and Scholar had their personal issues over the past season after playing with Seattle. Jewel ends up getting traded to Las Vegas. And then what did Sky say? Sky said, this year's team is the most talented team I've been a part of after losing like the top scorer in like the league, Joel Lloyd. And it was looking like they're going the same way, man. They're breaking up, man. Hate to see it. A bunch of them unfollowed her. It's just like this is kind of like what was going on at USC with Dominique Darius, the YouTuber. So I'll rock with Dom, like her YouTube, because she was like the first one to do the YouTube vlogs and stuff like that. You had thinking I had the training camp fight. What W team do I think had the training camp fight? Like just in general, let me think. You talking about which team I think is fighting this year, like in 2025, or which team do I think had the training camp fight? Like if people were talking about there was a fight in training camp last year with the team. Because if that is, I'm just not in on that T. I ain't gonna lie. I just wasn't on Twitter that day. But what was I getting with these two and stuff like that? There was a rumor that there was a fight in 2025. Dang, I've been out of pocket, bro. I've been on the road. Like I'm still on the road. I'm still not at home. I don't have the brick wall behind me and stuff like that. I'm still on the road. I'll be back tomorrow night. But all right, if I had to guess, and like once again, this is Rashad Milligan, the YouTuber, reacting, just looking at the stuff that's on Twitter, bro. Because ain't no legal stuff. Nah, I ain't saying nothing for no matter of fact, everything like that. I had to put out legal disclaimers. If I had to just guess if this is true, a rumor, allegedly, whatever, if we're playing a hypothetical game, there we go. Golden State Valkyries. Because why did they cut Cyan Sellers before a game? She didn't play a single game. They already cut her. I think if any team had a fight in training camp this year, it would have been Golden State. That's just what I think. But yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy, but a lot of times the people. Oh man, that's what I was saying. Dominique Darius. Dominique Darius. Shout out to her. She was like the first one this season to post vlogs, and then like by the end of the season, it was like 2, 3 other players were doing right. She said Seattle. Mm, why Seattle? So Dominique was doing it right. I was rocking with her. Didn't play much at USC. She transferred to Syracuse, and she was like a grad transfer. So I was like, okay, she's just getting the most out of her NIL. She can vlog still at Syracuse for another year as a college basketball athlete, as a D1 athlete. That's what she can do. She comes out after she transferred, and she's like on the blog, like, I believe I can get more opportunities here. They really wasn't believing in me like that, which is insane. She was like, they weren't believing in me like that at USC. They won't give me the opportunities. And then they found out like homegirl, because Kennedy started posting vlogs. So on Kennedy's vlog, she posting the whole locker room celebration, right? Where they shout out each player one by one. And it turns out Danielle or Dominique, excuse me, Dominique, she cuts out the time where they cut out where they shout out Juju Watkins. So after this, Juju Watkins, after all this comes out on social media, Juju ends up following Dominique. And it's a lot of drama going on over there at USC. The thing is, it's not getting as much attention as this Notre Dame thing, because the Notre Dame thing is between the two best players. Yeah. This all going on at USC. Yeah, but it's not as like many people are not as talking about it because Dominique didn't play. You know what I'm saying? It feels like Juju Watkins and I don't know, like Kennedy Smith. You know what I'm saying? Then it would be talked about. Or Juju Watkins and Mackenzie Forbes. Then it would be something. But it's not. It's Juju Watkins and Dominique Darius. And salute to Dominique Darius. Like, no disrespect to her. I'm just based off the numbers, bro. It is what it is. Because you see, I'm still subscribed to her. I'm subscribed. Noti gang. I kind of want to watch this one with Avery Howe to see if anything was in there. I just seen people trashing Dom. Yeah. That's what happened. When she transferred to Syracuse, she was pretty much just like, I need to go to a place that's going to support me and people who believe in me and aren't just kind of like, boxing me in. And she said, I'm going to shock the world at Syracuse. And then people found out that she was editing her vlogs to like cut out the team celebrating Juju. And I think they said like she also just wasn't clapping for Juju when she scored on the bench. Like, that's insane. So yeah. I don't know. I feel like if Dominique really wants to go up, bro, she needs to address those rumors. Like, if you're gonna do YouTube, lean fully into YouTube. Like, address the rumors, addressing everybody's allegations about me being a hater, and be like, I don't have a problem with Juju. That's how you get lit. But no, that's toxic. That's toxic. The USC coach only believes in Juju. You can tell by the way they play. But Kennedy Smith is like that, bro, for sure. Heckle was too, and how. Man, look, 100K views in the day, addressing and in all caps, facts about me and Juju Watkins, and then the picture of you and Juju, or a picture of you in a USC uniform rolling your eyes at Juju. 100%. If you want to be a content creator, lean into it fully. Like I said, that's toxic. I'm not gonna do the AMP and Druski thing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'll take that off the title right now. That's over with. Maybe tomorrow. But shout out to AMP, them boys doing their whole thing and stuff like that. We're gonna do Uncle Luke way. You think Juju would give her a strike? Nah. The only way she can strike it, Juju can strike it, is if like Dom. I don't know. That's a good. Like, could you use it if it's like non-copyrighted content, but Juju's face is on it? I don't know. Maybe she could be. I didn't give her permission to record me and post it. I don't know if you can copyright strike that. But like, the only way is if she uses like real deal highlights and she's like, "See this play? Juju looked at me after she scored at the bench, like, yeah, I did it. I'm like, why am I trying to compete with my own teammate? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only way that I think Juju could strike it. Let me go to this Uncle Luke thing. Let's shout out Uncle Luke. He got his own way, man. Want to shout him out. Don't stop, don't. Give the legends their roses while they can still smell them. Shout out to Uncle Luke, still breaking ground. Luther Campbell Way, co-design. Oh, by the way, people keep telling me to watch Sinners, so I don't know. I might just watch it, bro. But I'm thinking it's getting to a point where I'm probably never gonna watch it, whatever. Oh, and they asking for my review. So I will say this: I know, my homegirl, your industry bestie, is doing a review on it. So for a review, I'll just post hers. I'm gonna post it, and y'all just watch her review, and that'll be considered my review, so I don't have to watch the movie. Luther Campbell Way, co-designed by Miami-Dade County Resolution, City of Miami Resolution. Here's Uncle Lou, man. Uncle Luke, the two-way crew, two live crew. You got DJ Cali, we the best. Someone said that's Scarface, Brad in the building. This is history. Scarface and JT Money. Oh, real Miami legends. 305. Shout out to the 305. Don't stop. Pot that. Sinners was fire. I think you, Danielle, was like, did you already post the Sinners review? And I didn't. So yeah, I'm gonna post it. It's gonna be on my YouTube of my homegirl's review. Whenever she posts it, I'll just make sure y'all support her, and that'll count as my Sinners review. So like I'm not forced to like give a take on it and stuff like that. But it seems like something that is like really deep. Anyways, Uncle Luke, bro, as much as he's like considered Mr. 305 with the music and people like reference his music of like, I'm in Miami, Uncle Luke, how Travis Scott did on Sicko Mode, how they did with Pop That in 2012 with French Montana, Drake, and who else is on that song? Lil Wayne, everything like that. Yeah. She's like, I did that. As much as like they reference him, Uncle Luke is real deal like in the community, bro. Like it's probably been about 2-3 times where Uncle Luke, I was at like a journalism NABJ host, Miami hosted NABJ like 2018, 2019. And Uncle Luke was just at the stuff. He was like hosting the parties and stuff. It was crazy. There was no reason for him to be at a journalist conference. But since he was in Miami, you know, he was there, bro. And like he's really a pillar of the community. So he deserves this more than anybody else in Miami. It's just one of those guys. Like you go to certain cities, you kind of associate and affiliate them with certain people, and that's Uncle Luke from Miami. So shout out to Trick Daddy as well, DJ Khaled, all the Miami legends, Dwayne Wade, all the Miami legends, and yeah, that's all I got for today, man. Just a little bit over an hour. I could keep going, but it's almost 2 a.m. and I gotta chop up these clips and post them. And I do have work in like 2 a.m. I have work in like 8 hours. So all you guys take care. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then. And if nobody else told you, I care about you. Peace.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.